Hello, we will discuss today the degradation of lithium-ion batteries. Such batteries are in smartphones, your iPhone or Android smartphones, and usually the lifetime is quite short, but you can lengthen them dramatically. First, let's take a look at the so-called calendar aging. So that's aging if you just keep the battery in the cupboard stored at no cycling. And as you see here, if you keep the battery stored fully charged, that's the lower dark blue curve, you see that the capacity is going down dramatically. If you keep it at a moderate level or half empty, then the lifetime is much longer, so the loss in capacity almost doesn't take place. The recommendation is do not keep fully charged. Next issue, temperature. If you have a cell phone cover and you charge it quickly, the temperature of your cell phone is rising, and this has a dramatic effect on the capacity. As you see here, the lower violet curve, this is at 60 degrees Celsius, then the number of cycles or the days is dramatically reduced. If you keep it at a relatively low temperature, the upper light blue curve shows that, then you only have a small loss in capacity and lifetime will be much longer. So recommendation is first take off phone cover during charging. Next is avoid fast charge, because both are increasing the temperature, the cover and fast charge. So where should you operate your phone here? This is at a SOC, that means state of charge of the battery. So this is at a 50% state of charge, and then you discharge and charge it. And this is the amplitude, what you see here. So the dark blue curve, the curve which shows the lowest amount of full cycle. This is if you charge it fully and discharge it fully. So this means here what you see here, this delta S is 100%. So you operate the battery from total discharge to fully charged. You see here the lifetime is really very short. The opposite is if you only use a small part of the capacity, you keep it at 50% of charge and only discharge it, for example, by 10% and charge it by another 10%, then you arrive at the green curve. That means that the number of equivalent full cycles is much longer and the lifetime will be much longer. The recommendation is do not use the full capacity and recharge often. Last but not least, we come to similar issue. That's also this at which state of charge you should operate your smartphone. This you saw already in the previous slide, but here once again. So the blue curve shows if you always if you use 10% of the battery's capacity, then if you use 10% of the battery capacity, if you operate them between 5 and 50% of the state of charge, then lifetime will be quite short, as you see at the dark blue curve here. So it's about 1000 cycles, then you already lose 20% of the capacity. If you operate it at 50%, this red curve, this is here, so the lifetime is significantly longer, more than 4 times longer. And you can say that the recommendation is that you keep and operate your smartphone at 50% of full charge. Thanks a lot. I hope these tips have been helpful. So by keeping your cell phone longer, often you cannot interchange the batteries, at least by yourself, the electronic waste will be reduced, and that's something quite good for the environment. Thank you very much.